Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the rainy Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be exiting the narcissistic fog. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So what is the narcissistic fog? The narcissistic fog is the part of the relationship when you are in the devaluation stage. It is the place where you don't want to be. It is basically bizarre world. It is what is up is down, what is left is right, what is black is white. This is where you have begun to already lose your sense of identity, your sense of self. You have slowly become an extension of the narcissist many times. You now are tolerating behaviors you never thought you would tolerate. You are saying things you never thought you would say. You're thinking things you never thought you would think. You are being exploited to your core. Your resources are being drained each and every day. Now, this is not just in a romantic setting. It is in the workplace. It's in friendships. It's in family relations, meaning brother, sister, mom, dad, aunt, uncle. It's with the neighbors. This can be any toxic relationship. The narcissistic fog is where you have been placed by the narcissist, and now your head is spinning. You don't know what is going on because the behaviors that you are seeing and or experiencing from this individual or individuals, they're unlike anything you can't even fathom it. And if you try to explain these behaviors to other individuals who are not experiencing what you are, then they look at you like, what's going on? Like, I don't get it. This person seems fine to me. There's no issues there. Everything's good. The reason why that is keep in mind, the narcissist many times has two faces. They have one face they show the general public, which is all unicorns and rainbows and everything is great. Then there is the different face behind closed doors, hence the Dr. and Jekyll mentality of the narcissist. They portray themselves to be one person and they are somebody completely different, which again, it goes back to the beginning of the relationship. When you met them, most likely, if let's say it was a romantic relationship or a friendship, or they were part of a community or organization, which you were a part of, they most likely portrayed themselves to be somebody, and in fact, they turned out to be somebody else. In other words, they tried to befriend you or have you fall in love with them or a romantic interest or strike up a business relationship with them. And they seemed like they were really legitimate and genuine and trustworthy and honest and caring and compassionate. Maybe even that they could experience love or empathy. This person, however, after they figured out who you were and they did the reconnaissance on you and they learned all about you, because most likely you overshared. You were a people pleaser. You were a yes person. Perhaps you were looking for love. Perhaps you were looking to start up a business. Perhaps you invested in this person way too much than you should have. Well, we already know that that's how it was. But the point is, you didn't have boundaries and you were believing that this individual who you're thinking of had your best interest at heart and that they were kind and loving. They're not. They never have been and they never will be. What they looked at you as was an opportunity. Now, I mention that frequently on the channel because it's true. Until you get the wisdom and the education on channels like mine and many others, and again, thank you very much for being here, you don't understand what you're dealing with, hence, you are in the narcissistic fog. Now, as the thumbnail mentions, exiting the narcissistic fog, this is a process. It takes a lot of time. First of all, when you're in the fog, many times you don't even realize you're in the narcissistic fog because you are working for the narcissist. Let's say it's a business relationship. You two are partners in some business and you signed on the dotted line and you have to do job A, B, and C and they have to do job X, Y, and Z. Well, you're doing your part and slowly you're finding out you're doing not only job A, B, and C, but now you're doing job A, B, C, and X. A couple months go by, now you're doing A, B, C, X, Y. Before you know it, you're doing A through Z, the whole alphabet. And what is this other person doing? They are manipulating you. They're telling you that, oh, they have family issues or personal problems, or they can't quite get it, or you're so much better at the job than they are. In other words, they just glommed onto you and they are extracting your resources. In other words, you're working for them. It's not a partnership. Why? Because even though you signed the dotted line, it seems like it's a 50-50 partnership. When that relationship ends, the business relationship, you're going to find out that this person's not satisfied with 50%. They're going to claim they did most of the work and you did nothing. They're going to claim that that contract was null and void. Now, this isn't always, it's a possibility. But they're not going to agree to whatever contract you sign many times. That's what the narcissist does. They try to take. And when they're done, what do? That's right. They try to take more. So exiting the narcissistic fog, let's take the romantic relationship for a moment. You fell in love with this individual who turned out to be a toxic individual or a narcissist. What happened there? Well, it's very clear now. The narcissist didn't fall in love with you. They allured you. They made you. They had you fall in love with them. And then perhaps you even got married. What happened then? Well, I can assure you, that's when you entered the narcissistic fog. Probably the day that wedding ring was slipped on your finger. And you just didn't know it. Keep in mind, if you married the narcissist, you thought that you were on the path, headed in the same direction with this individual. You had the same hopes, dreams, aspirations, goals. You wanted to build a future. That's not what they wanted. What they wanted to do was ensnare you and have you become a shell of yourself, a pawn or a puppet to them. They wanted to break your boundaries down. They wanted to extract your resources. Again, time, money, energy, effort, social circle, family, network of friends. Everything you provided was being depleted the longer the relationship went on. But when you were in the narcissistic fog, you didn't know what was going on. Like I said, it was foggy, it was hazy. You were in a zombie-like trance. You did not know what was going on. What you did know is you were trying to get back to that euphoric / love bomb stage, which was the original part of the relationship when perhaps you did fall in love with this person. Guess what? The narcissist knew this. The minute you told them or professed to them that you fell in love with them, this is a romantic relationship, by the way, that's when they're like, okay, I have this one. This is good. What am I going to do now? Now I'm going to push it as far as I possibly can and keep them in the narcissistic fog. I will play my role. I will wear my mask. I will give them breadcrumbs of hope, of the future faking. I will give them little pieces of what I propose to offer, and I'll take it away as fast as I gave it to them. Why? Because I'm testing them the whole time, which is you. They're just feeding you a line. They're future faking with you. They are doing everything they possibly can to keep you entrapped in that narcissistic fog. Now, what happens in every narcissistic relationship? It only ends three ways. One, you get discarded, and if you did, my heart goes out to you. You have had a mountain of work to do to pick yourself up by the bootstraps, dust yourself off, and learn the glossary, the terms, the definitions on the narcissistic abusive cycle. And I'm certain you are going through this right now, or you have, and you're on the healing path, headed to get to become the third version of you, the best version of you yet. The second way is you figure it out, and you end the relationship yourself. And then again, you still have to heal. There's a mountain of work you have to put into yourself also. But if you ended the relationship yourself, you are incredibly strong. God bless you. My heart goes out to you, and you too are on the healing path. The third way is you stay in the narcissistic fog. This is where the narcissist wants people. They want them looking up to the narcissist. The narcissist wants pawns and puppets and people to become shells themselves. And they want to be elevated high on the pedestal to the detriment of this person who was you when you were in the narcissistic fog. Exiting the narcissistic fog is something, my hope is that anyone that is in a relationship like this can exit. They can get the strength, the courage, the fortitude, the resilience, and the determination to end it, and or if they were discarded, to pick themselves up, get the education, and begin living their best life once they've healed. But when you exit the narcissistic fog, and please pay attention here, every single day, week, month, year that goes by, that you are not in contact with the narcissist, you have gone no contact, you have blocked them, you have removed flying monkeys and people associated with them. You have essentially left that part of your life in the past, and you are now moving forward, and perhaps you are creating new relationships, perhaps you are still learning about yourself, but every day that goes by, you get stronger. And the stronger you get, the weaker the narcissist gets. The weaker the narcissist gets, the more empowered you get. The more abundance surrounds you, the more beauty surrounds you, the more possibilities open up for you, the more doors open up for you. This is the path. This is the healing path. Exiting the narcissistic fog, when you actually are out of the narcissistic fog and you begin to see things so clearly, that's when you understand the behaviors that you tolerated. That's when you understand the behaviors that you put up with. That's when you understand how you were manipulated, how you were financially abused, how you were future faked, how you were gaslit, you were stonewalled, you were given the silent treatment. All of these things happened. And the further away you get from the relationship, exiting the narcissistic fog, the more empowered you become. It's a fact. Now, this doesn't happen overnight. It happens with your hard work, with inner work, with your commitment, with your due diligence, with your education. Remember, exiting the narcissistic relationship, once you've done the work and you've healed properly, this is a superpower. It sincerely is. That is why, and please pay attention here, that is why if you try to explain to an individual who has not experienced the narcissistic abusive cycle, they can't wrap their head around it. They will say to you things like, oh, just get over it, it's no big deal, or just move on, or start dating again, or do it, you know, things like that, because they can't fathom what you went through. That is why we speak our own language. That is exactly why you can communicate with me, and within a couple sentences, I can figure out where you are on the healing path. I can just tell it, and you can too, I'm certain, or you're getting that education. This is from your work that you're putting into yourself. And again, what is the narcissist doing while you are putting yourself back together once you've exited the narcissistic fog? The narcissist, all they're doing is fine-tuning their skills. Most likely they have a new supply by now, or new sources of supply, which are people that don't have the education that you have. They haven't gone through it, so they don't know what they're dealing with. In time, my hope is they'll figure it out, and they too will get the wisdom and break free. So, guys, I hope you understand. Exiting the narcissistic fog is when things do improve. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. But in your time, you will heal. Continue to move forward each and every day. Continue to stay away from the narcissist. Continue to save your energy for yourself. If not now, when? Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the rainy Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. Remember that you are not alone. Continue to believe in yourself. Continue to invest in yourself. Continue to conserve your energy for yourself. God bless you. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. All right? All right. Bye, you guys.